Very exciting. Earlier, I spoke to Mark Gray for more about Beijing's win to host the Winter Olympics. He's a sports journalist. I asked him about the sporting community's reaction, as well as the challenges Beijing is facing to prepare for these games.
I thought it was a great politically correct move for the International Olympic Committee, and it was a fundamentally sound decision because they've got the infrastructure in place. You've got communications, broadband technology that doesn't have to be installed. You got transportation, all kinds of railways, subways, and things of that nature to get people from point A to point B. And you have an Olympics community, a family that is familiar with that environment. It was the perfect place given the places that it all dropped out.
A lot of people are concerned about the lack of snow there when you have the Winter Olympics. Can you tell us about this?
Well, they do have technology that we saw that worked in Sochi where you could actually freeze snow for a year. There's a sophisticated scientific process where you can man-make snow, freeze it for a year, make it available. Worked in Sochi because the first week of the Olympics, they didn't have any snow. It was warm temperatures, so the alpine competitions, the men's downhill and super Gs and all of that kind of stuff were on the fake stuff. They did get some snow for the second week, so they were able to wake it. So I think that's what they're thinking in Beijing right now.
How big of a factor was pollution in this decision?
Well, Beijing did a really good job of cleaning up the pollution during the summer games. And I'm of the opinion that the pollution issue is just residue from the past, if you will, largely because it's wintertime. We have traditionally cleaner air all over the country, all over the world during the winter months. I don't think that the pollution is as big an issue as it was going into the summer games, but I think Beijing has learned a lot of lessons that will make this as great an Olympic experience as we've seen anywhere around the world.
And how is this working in Beijing's favor, the fact that it was here in 2008?
Well, I think that was a big factor. And from those of us in the West, you talk to a lot of American athletes, particularly NBA players, they love the experience over there. This is a very vibrant, sports-rich culture. People had fun there. They enjoyed the facilities. It really wasn't as one of those places that was so mysterious and tough. That's a great sports town, and I think that Beijing has done a real good job putting itself on the map as an international sports place.
What is this going to do for China in general moving forward?
I think it's great for the tourism. I think that it really sort of, if you're over here in the West, it sort of takes the shroud of secrecy away once again. And once again, it's China doing a great job of exporting its brand to the rest of the world through sports. They did it last summer with the Youth Olympic Games. They're getting the Winter Games. They become the first country to host both summer and winter. It just says that China is a player in the sports world bigger than we ever thought they could be.
Mark Gray, thank you.
Always a pleasure.